Next up, we've been waiting for this one. Lamar Jackson. He gets a 5-year, $260 million extension, 185 million guaranteed with the Ravens, without an agent. This will so far make Lamar Jackson the highest paid player at an average of 52 million a year, and he's a multiple time Pro Bowl player. Um, this kind of like a two question for you, James. Does Lamar Jackson deserve this much, and why did it take them so long?
Of course, he deserves that much. And what's interesting about why it took so long is if you kind of look into Lamar's past, you see that people have doubted him since I think coming out of high school.
Yeah.
He's never really been given. I don't think that he's been appreciated for the talent level that he's at. I think he's undervalued, and there's multiple things that we can look at that points to the fact that he's been undervalued. For example, take a look at the fact that Baker Mayfield was taken in the 2018 draft, and he had a lot more fanfare from his name. You saw him in the State Farm commercials, but
Yep.
you didn't hear as much about Jackson from the outside media until he started playing, and then it was like, wow, this is a football player.
Right. Exactly.
And
Um. Yeah.
one of the elite quarterbacks too, definitely in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah. I definitely feel like he should have been got this deal. And the fact that a lot of people are saying, oh, he didn't have an agent, he needed an agent. I mean, the agent was all they was gonna do is get him a little bit more than what this contract was, but the fact that he got it done without an agent, he really kind of betted on himself. Like, I don't need nobody. I know what my worth, I know what I'm, capable of, and this is how much I deserve. And he does. So 185 guaranteed. And then mind you, the Ravens just added the Odell, another wide receiver from the draft, and a couple other defensive players. So I ain't gonna lie, they looking like they stacking up right now. Yeah.
Do you think also because he skipped the 40-yard dash at the scouting combine. So do you think
Yeah.
that had anything to do with his treatment from his organization and the media and even other teams?
Yeah, I feel like he just doesn't feel appreciated, really. I feel like he had to throughout most of his career, Lamar had to prove things and prove people wrong, and he just wants to feel, appreciated for his work. Because, like I said, he's a great quarterback. You can't knock that from him. So yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. But congratulations to him.
The youngest Heisman Trophy winner, and also the first one from his college, Louisville, to get the Heisman.
Heisman, right? Yeah. Like I said, cool. But yeah, basically, Lamar, he's just been one of those all around players. I feel like they were going to give him something. I didn't know it was going to be 260 million, but I knew they were going to try to offer him another deal. But it looks like he actually got an extra 50 million from what he requested the first time. So I'm happy for him. I can't wait to see this season.
What I'm curious about is there any other player who you could compare this to who would get this kind of result from holding out the way that Jackson did?
If I like just quarterbacks or
Yeah, is there any other examples that you can think of? I guess because I'm trying to think myself, and maybe Aaron Rodgers when
yeah,
he's making noise, he usually
I,
gets what he
if,
wants.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers would hold off if he wasn't getting that deal that he was looking for the Packers or even let's just say the Packers, for instance. Say, they don't feel like he's worth that much anymore and they give him like a basic deal and he watch all these other people get, max deals and all that. So he would definitely hold off. And they probably would, eventually give him that deal just because he's Aaron Rodgers. He's that talented. They're not going to do all that for a rookie player or just somebody who's being greedy, basically. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I say him, maybe even Tom. But no, I wouldn't say Tom. I feel like Tom, he played for just the game. I don't feel like he really focused on the money.
Yeah, he wasn't always trying to get a max deal. I know a lot of times he took less money to make his team better so he could get more rings. That also gave him more notoriety, and he's going to be what Sunday Fox NFL Game of the Week's announcer
Yeah,
now. So
that should be fun. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun. Like I said, oh, and before we, end this topic, just how do you feel about as far as the Texans, new lineup and everything? Who they got? C.J. Stroud now. They got a few other people, wide receivers. How do you feel like their team's gonna be?
well, they took somebody in the with the second overall pick and the third overall pick. So they got CJ Stroud, the quarterback from Ohio State. I think that was a major improvement and also just something that they needed to do.
Yeah,
Davis Mills wasn't the answer at quarterback for them, even though we only saw a small sample size and their defense wasn't very good.
exactly.
It was time for something new, something fresh.
Fresh, yeah. I agree too because like I said, it was either gonna be him or Bryce Young. But I like CJ Stroud. I think he played for Atlanta, Georgia. I think he played at Georgia
Ohio
or
State. Ohio State.
Ohio State. Okay, yeah, yeah. Ohio State. But no, yeah, I think so. And I think he's one of those he's gonna be one of those humble quarterbacks that's just trying to get better, who's not trying to, so we're gonna see.
And then with their third pick, the next pick, they got Will Anderson Jr., a linebacker from Alabama. So
Yep. Well, yeah.
definitely their new defensive coordinator putting his voice in saying we need some linebacking help. And that's
Yeah,
exactly what they did.
that's definitely that was a smart move from D'Amico. Like I said, he's gonna be one of those coaches that's really like make stuff happen for that team. I really feel that. But yeah. Um in our